Welcome to a new video. Today's video is focused on Wu-Tang and American Saga, Season 3, Episode 6, entitled Criminology. And the official synopsis of this episode is: Raekwon's inspiration behind his first solo album, Only Built for Cuban Links, is examined through the lens of 90s gangster cinema. And before I give out my review, please like the video, dislike the video, subscribe or comment, or just watch this video. Keep going on with your day. Episode 6 was another standalone episode for Season 3 of American Saga, and this time it focused on Raekwon's debut album, Only Built for Cuban Links, or the Purple Tape as some call it. And I found this episode to be definitely interesting with how it was done, and here we go. As the episode just starts off with just Raekwon and Ghostface just chilling on a yacht, trying to find inspiration for Raekwon's album. Raekwon mentions how he just always wants to move up when it comes to making music, how he always just wants to increase, just become better when it comes to making music, not fall back down and stuff like that. And then we jump into the 1990s movie Criminology. Lex Diamond, aka Raekwon, has been released from prison after serving some time for selling his purple stuff. As the purple stuff has become huge, it has become extremely big, and the purple stuff is exactly what you think it is, but in purple. And honestly, it looked kind of dope, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Purple stuff. But yeah. Tony Starks, aka Ghostface, has been doing his best to keep the gang all together, has been doing his best to try to find out who is responsible for Bobby Steele's hospitalization. Bobby Steele's is RZA. Bobby Steele's life is in some danger, honestly, when it comes to the streets and anyone that wants to take out Lex Diamond's gang. And throughout the entire episode, that's just one of the main questions. Who did this to Bobby? And Lex Diamond, Tony Starks are all trying to figure out what to do next, with a few other members as well in here too, trying to just give them inspiration, trying to tell them or trying to just give them advice on what they should probably do and how they can all just figure this situation out. After a good night with a few honeys, Lex Diamond decides to resell the purple stuff, but this time make it bigger, make it better, and make it so that the fiends know that the purple stuff is here to stay. And the purple stuff is becoming hotcakes. Crackheads, fiends, you name it, are becoming huge fans of the purple stuff, but you definitely have some people watching out for it. Detective Greco is a corrupt detective who is basically trying to blackmail Raekwon into giving him $50,000, or else all hell is going to break loose and he is most likely going to go back to prison. And sadly, Lex Diamond has to make some sacrifices. He gives Detective Greco $50,000 so that nothing will happen. But unfortunately, all hell breaks loose regardless though, as many members of Lex Diamond and Tony Stark's crew have been taken out, natural selection in gruesome ways, blown up, shot at, still in a hospital fighting for his life. And it's just becoming an all-out madness because no one knows who is doing this until they decide to eventually get to the truth, as they talk to different members of different gangs from what I have to believe were probably Big L, Fat Joe, and Nas, just trying to just give out who did this and just trying to say that, oh, talk to Frank, with Frank being the notorious B.I.G., I have to assume. After getting information and catching somebody slipping, they eventually find out who was responsible, but before they find that out, they accidentally kill a police officer in a pretty gruesome way by having him tied up with his nuts, and they try to pull him back up, but he just became natural selection and his junk basically came off of him. It is just pretty bizarre, honestly. I was just shocked when he actually did that though. But the person responsible for all of this madness was Detective Greco. As to him, he did it for many reasons. that they are the big bad boys. They are always number one. They are always the one that's going to take advantage when it comes with the game. And I think that is what the message of this episode was about, though, too. That in the music industry, no matter what industry, no matter what position you think you have, someone is always going to try to take it. Someone is always going to try to become number one. And you're going to have to do everything in your power to make sure your position stays the same, or that you become bigger with whatever you're trying to do. As the music industry is a fierce competition, and some people in there will do some foul or heinous things to become number one, and you just have to fight for the power. You just have to fight because the game is a cold one. But finally, after figuring out the truth, Raekwon, Lex Diamond, Tony Stark's Ghostface, they become number ones again. Bobby Steels is out of the hospital. He's doing better. And it seems that the entire gang have a promising future. And then we jump back to how things started off. Raekwon getting inspiration as he wants his debut album to be in a purple tape. And that is why some people call it the purple tape, as it's pretty rare, as it really wasn't done back then, I had to assume. But that's how the episode ends, basically. I thought this episode was pretty dope, honestly, with how it was told in like in a 90s mafia style, with many different members just coming in, just trying to help Lex Diamond and Tony Starks. And I just found all of it to be interesting. Some moments were disturbing, of course. Some things was pretty gruesome to see, like that cop losing his junk in that way, or just certain members of Lex Diamond's crew getting killed in gruesome ways, blown up, shot up, you just name it. But this was a pretty dope episode. I'm curious now as in what is going to happen next, as in the universe of the season 3. But I can't wait, though. Just thank you for watching, and until next time.